Every day, thousands of people start learning Blender for the first time, and most of them start with the donut. But fast forward today, those same people are bouncing around from video to video because they just can't seem to learn anything. Or maybe they have learned a thing or two. But as hard and overwhelming as Blender is, most of those people will have given up. Of course, the most obvious solution would be to invest in yourself and buy a course, which could help you follow a more structured learning path. But I have something better, and it's free. I compiled a list of my favorite Blender channels that can teach you almost everything you need to know if you are starting in Blender today. This video is sponsored by CG Boost. More on them later. Now, this is a particular category I like to call the Blender Fundamentalists. A category with creators who mainly focus on teaching the basics of Blender for complete beginners and intermediates, from navigating the software to creating your first project in Blender. So it makes sense to mention the most obvious starting point. First off is, of course, Andrew Price, aka Blender Guru, a name we've all heard of or probably run into through his famous donut tutorial series. He is the donut guy. Every beginner I know starts here. Of course, the donut tutorial can get a bit technical at times, but that's just the honest truth about Blender. The initial learning curve is steep, but it gets easier. Besides that, his donut tutorial series has been getting better and better with each new Blender release. Andrew Price does everything in his power to make it feel less technical, and that's why he is still one of the best resources for beginners to start. At number 2, we have Ryan King Art. Ryan King Art is by far one of the best channels for beginners to get started with Blender. His channel has a lot to offer. You can learn everything from modeling, sculpting, and animation. The sky's the limit with his channel. If you're brand new to Blender, this is where you should start. This channel highlights the basics of Blender and how to use the software before you can ever start doing your own projects. So if you're one of those people who found the Donut series a little too technical, then this is for you. Next up, we have CG Fast Track. CG Fast Track is a channel run by people who clearly know how to structure a learning series for beginners. Their content is mostly project-based, cinematic, and designed to actually make you better in Blender. You're not just following along. They're best known for their Fantasy Sword Beginner tutorial series, which is pretty much what the entire channel revolves around. If you're someone who prefers learning through complete projects instead of isolated tips, CG Fast Track is a great place to start. At number 4, we have Polygon Runway, a fantastic channel for beginners, helping you create great-looking scenes quickly. The channel focuses on 3D illustrations, 3D environments, and cinematic stylized projects in Blender. The tutorials are easy to follow, even for newcomers. After you have learned the basics and want to get into stylized scenes and isometric art style setups, Polygon Runway is a great option. You'll learn a lot about composition, lighting, and presentation without feeling overwhelmed. Now at number 5, we have 3D Greenhorn, another great channel that lets you build cute isometric houses, castles, and cozy structures while teaching solid modeling fundamentals. The projects may seem simple to do, but don't be fooled. You're learning geometry, lighting, and proper composition techniques. His tutorials will guide you step by step. It's really perfect for anyone looking to create stylized isometric art. At number 6, we have Pixo3D. Pixo3D brings over a decade of VFX industry experience straight to YouTube. This channel focuses on procedural workflows, geometry nodes, and a bit of modeling, the kind of skills that make you more efficient in Blender. You'll find tutorials on rigid body simulations, geometry nodes, and procedural techniques that let you create complex effects without manually placing every element. It's perfect if you want to understand how things work under the hood instead of just copying steps. The content stays current with new Blender features and focuses on practical techniques you can apply to real projects. If you now feel confident in Blender and want to build systems and understand the math behind the magic, Pixo3D is worth your time. Number 7 is Grant Abbott. Grant Abbott is your low poly king. If you want to create game-ready assets or stylized characters, he's the go-to. He has taught Blender with a focus on game art and design for years, and his methods are very practical. His tutorials cover low poly modeling, sculpting, simple rigging, and a few optimization techniques. He also teaches you how to finish projects instead of getting lost in endless details. Grant explains why you do things, not just the steps to follow. This is great for anyone who wants to focus on game art, maybe as an indie creator, or turn their Blender skills into playable art. Now at number 8, we have Southern Shotty. Southern Shotty is all about characters, animation, rigging, and motion graphics. If you want to bring your 3D work to life, whether it's stylized characters, satisfying looping animations, or dynamic scenes, this channel has you covered. His tutorials are packed with practical workflows, shader nodes, new Blender features, broken down in minutes, environment design, and beginner-friendly character creations. He's great at showing you how to make things move and feel polished without getting bogged down in overly technical explanations. If you're tired of static renders and want to add life and personality to your work, this is the channel. At number 9, we have cgcookie. cgcookie is one of the most established Blender education platforms out there. They offer a huge library of beginner-friendly tutorials, structured learning paths, and project-based lessons that cover everything from modeling and texturing to animation and rendering. Their content is very well organized, which makes it easy to know what to learn next, instead of jumping around random videos. If you're someone who wants a clear roadmap and a more guided learning experience without feeling overwhelmed, cgcookie is an excellent place to start. At number 10, we have Derek Elliott. Derek Elliott is a fantastic channel for beginners and intermediates who want to build a strong foundation in the product animation and rendering field. His tutorials focus heavily on modeling fundamentals, clean workflows, and understanding why things work the way they do. If you are really passionate and enjoy product rendering and animation, Derek Elliott is definitely worth checking out. Now lastly, we have Ducky 3D, your go-to for stunning motion graphics and abstract animations in Blender. If you want to make slick logo reveals, text animations, or vibrant digital art for social media, this channel is perfect for you. He focuses on geometry nodes, procedural shader nodes, and particle effects. This channel is great for learning easy-to-follow 3D motion graphics. Now, as a bonus, I wanted to talk about today's sponsor, CG Boost, and their brand new chapter to the Cubic Worlds course, a course by Zach Reinhardt. In this new chapter, you'll learn how the coffee break Cubic Worlds animation was created. This update adds an entirely new chapter to the course, with 12 new videos and around 3 hours of content, taking you behind the scenes and breaking down how the scene was made. You'll start with a general overview of the scene by inspecting how everything is organized using collections. From there, you'll learn how to add the updated Cubic Worlds asset library to Blender's asset browser, which includes improved pre-made assets, a new Cubic Worlds shader, and updated geometry node setups. The chapter then moves into practical workflows, including a more efficient approach to modeling in the Cubic Worlds style, where you'll build a small van from scratch. You'll also explore the updated shader in detail and see how it was built to speed up adding materials across your scenes. On top of that, you will learn new geometry node systems for pop-up animations and environment scattering, making it much easier to add things like trees, grass, and stones with full control, including wind animation. The chapter also covers cloth simulation for dynamic elements like flags and cables, and finishes with techniques for dynamically painting scattered instances, perfect for effects like burned wood. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a solid understanding of how the coffee break scene was made and how these updated workflows can help you create your own Cubic Worlds scenes more efficiently. If you like the idea of investing in yourself and following a more structured learning path, this is it. Link in the description to learn more. So if you're learning Blender today, the question isn't where can I learn, it's where should I begin? And surprisingly, that question is hard to answer. Most people struggle because YouTube tutorials often teach you how to make something, but rarely why it was made that way. So you could watch hundreds of videos on how to make a house, but struggle to make a city because the techniques are different. But with the right resources, you'll create with the confidence to know how to turn an idea into a model or image. So in addition to these creators, I created a list of all the Blender YouTube creators I could find, A list I like to call the Blender Creators Database, with real data that will help find your niche, so you can stop guessing where to learn Blender from and know where to begin. So if you want to support the channel, this is your chance. Visit our shop at cgfocusinsider.com to learn more. So yeah, that's all for today. Let me know what your favorite channel to learn Blender from is. And if you found the video helpful, get subscribed so you never miss any new videos on the channel. Big thanks to CG Boost for sponsoring this video. Highly recommend if you want to take your skills to the next level. The first 99 people to use my link with the code FOCUS10 at checkout will get $10 off to the Cubic Worlds course. So hurry up, link in the description. Check out our Blender Creators channel, where we showcase some of the best Blender short films and animation projects. If you have work you'd like to showcase, submit your project through our submissions form. Again, links to all the things mentioned in this video will be in the description. So yeah, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and as always, catch you in the next one.